What's shaking? It's Bacon, and this is gonna be the video where I reinforce my belief that Thorn is a bad mamma jamma in the Crucible. Now, the footage you're gonna see is before the latest patch, so you're not gonna see like the heavy ammo or special ammo identifiers, but the content of the video is still relevant to Thorn today. The only difference being the damage over time you're gonna take in looks different visually, so keep that in mind. But I'm the one who's using the Thorn, so that really doesn't matter that much. Now, there seems to be a common hatred for special weapons, and that's why Bungie decided to patch them all the time and make it less frequent when you get special ammo, because of how toxic it was for the community. But I gotta say, Thorn invented toxic. Sorry to all you Pokemon fans. Thorn's signature perk, its damage over time, its lingering damage, is so deadly. It's nasty, man. It's gross. Now without it, Thorn is a pretty good hand cannon, but with it, it's one of the most devastating and sinister weapons in Destiny. I don't know what the Vanguard was talking about with Red Death. This is the true problem. We need to dismantle Thorns, but are we? No, because they're beasts in the Crucible. I'm going to tell you exactly why. When I have Thorn in my hands, people run away. I feel like the Lich, man. I'm just eating up all the light within them. They're scared shitless. They have to run the moment that they realize, oh, I'm dealing with a Thorn. Let me back off a bit. Let me be more conservative. It's such a scare tactic. You want to control your enemy's movements. You want to predict them. And Thorn allows this. When they back off, you can see the little damage indicators. You know where your opponent's going to be because you'll see the 7s just ticking, ticking, ticking. Lucky number 7, baby. You're most likely going to get that kill just because you can read your opponent better than they can read you. Because their main objective is to stay alive and keep away from you. What you're going to do is you're going to predict their movements and move accordingly. You're going to try to cut them off and boop, pop them off. You might even switch to your secondary, boop, pop them off. It's easy like that. And when you do shoot them, they've got that DOT damage on their screen. They're bugging out, especially if they're a weaker player. If they're a weaker player, then they might start to panic and get rash with their actions. Stronger players, not so much, but you can catch them sometimes. It's just nice to have that because it's an indicator for them, and it's also, once again, a scare tactic in your favor. And now let's say you die somehow. Someone picks you off. If you get your shots off, if you get enough shots off, you're probably going to get that assist. And Thorn is an assist master. I got this pretty early in the game. I think it was the first month or so. And I would check my stats and I was in the top tier of assists, which isn't really a record you want to have, but it was still something. Having all those assists lined up, it was just madness. Sometimes you could get upset because, oh, I should have gotten that kill. But the fact that I'm just stealing kills sometimes is nice. It's added points. It's getting you towards your super. It's gonna let that game blow up. Because once you turn those assists into kills, who's stopping you? Oh, and did I mention that this thing is amazing to use on that post-mortem bounty? You get a couple of shots off, like I said, die, and there's your post-mortem. Boom. Now, people like to debate what the best exotic hand cannon is, and I don't really have a favorite, really. Like, I kind of flip-flop between them, even though I don't have Hawk Moon yet, but I'm still working on that. Thorn, it has something that I think the other two don't really do as well. Thorn is better for dealing with multiple combatants. Now, I feel like I can manage to take out, say, 2 to 3 people on me, or maybe not directly looking at me because that's kind of hard, but if they're not as vigilant and are kind of looking in the other direction, then I could deal with it. With, say, the last word, I'll be able to pick, like, say, 1 to 2 people off, but that third one, I'm gonna have to get that reload. I'm gonna have to do a little extra, maybe swap my weapon, and that's not bad, but it's something that the Thorn can deal with without doing all that. Another thing that Thorn does for me personally it shifts with my playstyle. If I'm feeling more relaxed that day, then Thorn will sit back with me. We'll chill in the Bahamas. Because Thorn can be a layback weapon. You can use it at certain ranges that other hand cannons might not be able to excel as well in. So before all the patches on it and nerfs, it could work as a sniper essentially, but now it's more, say, longer mid-range, I'd say, but it's still nice because I don't have to be right in the opponent's face to take them out. I can just chill, and if you have a steady enough hand, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a-okay. And if I want to be aggressive as hell, which I usually do want to be, Thorn is ready to hang. It's ready to go in and eat people up because Thorn is always hungry. Now, even though Thorn's impact isn't that great, it has an amazing fire rate, if not the best for a hand cannon. It has fast reload. It has great stability, great range. It's just all around a pretty good gun. And that's what makes it one of the best weapons in PvP. I think at this point we all know to aim for headshots in Destiny, and using Thorn for that is pretty good. I tend to land all my headshots with Thorn. Both 2 headshots will kill, 3 buy shots will kill. Why not go for the headshots? It's pretty easy to land. The sight is pretty good when you get used to it. I mean, before the visuals, the gun in my hand, it felt clunky at first. It felt pretty fat, but then I realized Thorn's not fat. She's a thick girl, and baby's got back, man. The sound of Thorn is just so exciting. Like, you know that's Thorn. You just know. And let me talk about this thing's bullets real fast. Have you seen these things? Go on the Cosmodrome and shoot at anything, at the ground, at the wall, and you'll see this thing shoots at spikes. These things are huge. I feel like the way they are and the size they are, if they shot someone, really, they'd be dead in an instant. It would just rip a hole into them. It's madness. I don't know where Bungie came up with this, and I just now realized this when making this video, which is pretty mind-blowing. You learn something new every day, and I hope you guys learn something new with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and go out and enjoy your Thorns, man. If you didn't do this bounty, if you're waiting on it, what are you doing with your life? This thing is one of the best PvP weapons, so why not just have it in your arsenal? I love my Thorn. I bring it out all the time. So yeah, if you guys like the video, be sure to actually like the video, subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Zone C neutralized.